Irish in their green shirts. Robbie Ferguson, the Great Britain captain. I've been joined on commentary for this by former Great Britain captain himself, Tom Mitchell. Tom, they left it late against Japan earlier. Can they afford to start us slow here against Ireland?
No, obviously not. Against a better outfit, and there would have been some pretty choice words, I imagine, from Tony Rokes, the coach, after that game. In some ways, though, it's good character to be able to win and grind it out when you're not playing that well. And in some ways, perhaps that's a sign of the direction they're going in. But they'll certainly want a better performance here against Ireland, and if they're going to get the result, they'll need one.
Almost 160 games on the series. Wherever we go, the Irish get good support. Plenty of expats in Singapore of a British variety. So Ireland, a hugely important game for them in the context of their tournament. 10-0 they lost to Argentina earlier. Weren't great in the first half particularly, made a lot of mistakes. And it'll be Mark Roach that gets us underway in Group D. Kicks over to the far side. Well taken by Tom Williams for Great Britain. Barretto's out there with Ferguson. Waddleton now. Will Homer gets a start. He's got Max McFarlane with him, and he just charges into Andrew Smith. And they get the penalty as well. Waddleton goes quick.
10 meters.
We're back 10 though, Ireland, so that's easy yards for GB. They can kick deep now and get the attack going.
Smith, he's been so influential. Perhaps lucky. Sometimes you see a yellow for that, to check that.
On me.
But anyway, you want to keep it 7v7. It's going to be a hell of a contest, this.
Yeah.
Ireland have won just one of their 5 games against Great Britain since the start of last season. They've trailed at half-time in every game. So, funny how
Crouch.
match-ups favour one side. Ireland, of course, ahead of GB on the standings. Made a final in Dubai earlier in the season. Lost to South Africa. Barretto. Homer. Here's Ferguson. Scored a really important try in that comeback against Japan this morning. Homer linking with McFarlane. See the pace of McFarlane. Very quick feet. Good, quick reload for GB. Waddleton. Oh, the step and the inside ball just didn't quite find the hands of Barretto. That would have been a fine score.
Come back here. Knock on.
Oh, would have been tasty, wouldn't it? Ethan, he wasn't happy with me last week when I said he only scores from close range. But he's got a hell of a whack on it for his right and his left foot, to be fair.
I want you on the
Great
same
going
line.
forward. Talk about his ability over the ball.
On the same line, on the front row.
Blindside man, spot there.
Closer to the mark.
Semi-final, wasn't it, against Fiji?
Closer to the mark. Square.
And the boys were guarding.
Crouch.
They
Must
really,
have been.
Bound with the hooker.
really
Bound with the
stuck with
hooker.
him.
They had the game.
Bind.
It was there for the taking, and those are the ones that linger in the back of your mind. Speaking from experience, it's sleepless nights over those ones.
Ireland failed to reach the Cup quarter-finals for just the 2nd time this season. Last week in Hong Kong, so they're looking for an improved showing here, but they're under pressure, having dropped their opening game in a tough group. Niall Comerford.
Tackle, Reeve!
Remember, this is the Ireland team this season without Terry Kennedy, the World Rugby Sevens player there. He did play in Sydney, where he's now calls home at the moment.
Off feet first. Off
His
feet first.
influence was just so crucial last year to everything they did. Here's Andrew Smith. McDonald now. Good run from him into the 22. Comerford's there to support it. Ball's loose. And Waddleton.
You from the side first. You from the side. Counter-ruck was good. From the side.
Forced the penalty.
Yeah, top work. You see a couple in the shot there.
What are we doing? Scrum.
Comerford's come off on the worst in that collision. I'm not surprised because Ethan's a solid bit of kit.
Sort of wider context here, Tom. Ireland 20 points from the automatic Olympic spots. GB are going to be there as well. That Rugby Europe regional qualifier, these two will be the big teams there.
All good, or we make a
You've
sub?
been through that system. It's not
All
easy.
good?
It's not, and that's why everyone's battling out for those automatic qualification spots. I think these two teams are probably going to be making peace with the fact that they're going to be going into that European repechage tournament but anything can happen, and that's the problem when you go to those one-off tournaments.
Crouch.
I said 20, not 10 offside.
Points.
So it's not as hard as it would have been with 20, but they, because you can pick up a maximum of 22 points at every event you go to, and there are 3 still in play. Homer, in the act of kicking, has been put on the deck by Andrew Smith. Strange, that was almost like a 15-a-side moment.
Yeah, I think it would have been a nice option if he'd managed to get the kick away. But Smith, it was just the timing. Smith managed to get in there and snaffle him just as he was kicking it. And he skewed it straight laterally off the park. Smith was buzzing for that, looking down. He was really enjoying that, celebrating that hit. Feels like he's got one up on his opposite number.
Okay.
He's a winger in 15s. Big, strong boy. DHL Impact player in Hong Kong.
Wait, time is still off.
Might
Wait.
try them back a bit.
Inside. Please.
Both these teams, they will have talked about the European qualifiers already. They'll know this, they'll have half an eye on it.
Nolte is McNamara. Smith. Conroy wanted it early, didn't get it. Smith's changed direction, he's still going, he's got options. He finds McDonald.
On the ball.
Barreto has forced the knock on there. How good the work on the floor from Kaleem Barreto.
Yeah, it's the second one of those he had. Just got one a little bit wrong earlier. That was brilliant. Thought Smith had done a great job stepping his way back in field, running himself across the park, just searching, waiting for something to come. Barreto eyes him up, just waits for his mate inside and then makes the shot tackle. Bounces up. Unlucky not to get the pen.
Points.
Talented athlete.
Yeah.
Barreto represented Scotland at junior cricket. Leads the scrum here to Homer. Ferguson's going to kick. There you go. That's a bit more rudimentary. McFarlane's on the chase. This is a fair match of pace. Conroy and McFarlane. Conroy can't handle it. Max has it. He loses the handle. Jordan can't pick it up. We play on. Advantage GB. Here's Jamie Barden now. Flings it across to Tom Williams. Scored an incredible try against Fiji in Hong Kong in a knockout game last week. Waddleton off the deck to Barreto. Here's Homer. Homer angles across field, looking to kind of side past McNulty, but he makes the tackle. Still alive though for GB. Barreto. Waddleton, Olympian in Tokyo.
Leave it! Hang on, no, leave it.
Barreto is going to work the short side here with McFarland. Another good tackle on McFarland and McDonald. He holds his space, getting up
on the floor, holding up.
The penalty island.
Yeah, not quite right from GB's attack there. A little bit of inaccuracy. Maxi McFarlane limping away there. I want to keep him on the field.
What are we doing, Captain? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Such a dangerous man. He talked about his pace, but that translates so well into the power that he carries into collisions. He's a smaller statured bloke. But let me tell you, he packs a punch.
So it's not good. You need to be square with them on the same line.
Strong Irish accent, Max McFarlane. He's born in Ireland, qualifies to play for Scotland through his grandfather, who was born in Glasgow. He also speaks fluent Russian. His parents are in the diplomatic corps.
He was reading a book about the Kremlin around the corner, so I don't know if it was in Russian or not.
He scored 9 tries for Scotland here in Singapore in 2019. The man knows his way to the whitewash.
Yeah, he's such an exciting player. Hates the gym. Doesn't appear to be an issue for him.
I don't like it either.
Inside.
I can tell.
Okay. 20 seconds to go, first half. Tom Mitchell more and more comfortable in the commentary box. Smith across to McNamara. No score in this game so far, heading towards half-time. Can Conroy change that? McFarlane has him. McNamara is there.
First, away tackler.
Great match-up down that side, isn't it?
Across the board, yeah, it's tight this one. Here's Niall Comerford to McDonald. Little jump step. Nolte arrived to play scrum half. How about the counter-ruck though from Jamie Barden, wreaking a bit of havoc. Clock's in the red. This is the final play. Smith. Comerford. Multi's there again. It's playing the patient game here, Ireland. They don't offload the ball much in contact. They're going to get counter-rucked out of the breakdown here by Ethan Waddleton. And now Ferguson can look for the go-ahead points. Here's Tom Williams. He's going to trust his pace on the outside. And the big Welshman has plenty of pace and showed it there. GB take the lead.
Absolute, the sort of ruthlessness that was missing in their first game. Tom Williams, not been in the action much. Didn't need a second invitation. Lovely bit of work, skipping around McDonald. He moves well for a big boy.
6'3", 100 kilos, can shift.
Can shift. He's a mysterious aura around Tom. Tells it like it is. He was pretty no-nonsense with that finish as well.
Extra couple from Colleen Barreto, so the English, the British, happy going to half-time. They have a 7-point lead over Ireland.
Stats here pretty much telling it like it is. Tight, not much in it. Same on the scoreboard.
Here's James Topping, head coach of Ireland.
They're fucking bluffing. 4 fucking runs have been blown out of. You wanted a fucking not.
Apologies for the swearing. Harry McNulty.
The obvious passion from Harry. Wants it from his team. He's demanding more. Interesting as well, he's calling what we're probably not able to hear from here. GB bluffing on their calls.
7-0, Great Britain lead Ireland in Group D. Ireland need a win. GB looking for their second of the day. These two teams know each other so well. Tom Mitchell, you picked something up in the huddle there at half-time that Ireland think GB are bluffing their calls. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it's off the defence. They're calling blitz. Apparently Harry doesn't think they're actually coming up hard. We'll see.
All the mind games and the byplay in the game of rugby sevens. Here's Jordan Conroy. Can't quite get away. Tap tackle from Barreto. McNamara arrives. Ordinary looking ball to Niall Comerford. Andrew Smith to McNulty. Here's Comerford again, trying to work this near side. Another good tackle. Colleen Barreto, brilliant technique around the bootlaces again. Here's Mark Roach. Plenty of possession here for Ireland. 6 minutes to go. Mark Roach, one of the Ireland Sevens originals when they rebooted the program about 6 years ago. His brother Tom now. Crossfield and loads of space. Changes direction, ignores a couple of teammates, finally finds McNamara. Tom Roach, Mark Roach. Comerford. Conroy wants it early. He has it early. It's a good tackle though from Ethan Waddleton, doesn't miss often.
Now.
Edging closer though, Ireland. They realise the importance of the next 5.5 minutes to their tournament, maybe their series. Maybe their Olympic qualification chances. McNamara finds a way through. Liam McNamara under the posts. The conversion will level it. Ireland find a way.
You knock at the door enough times, you're going to get an answer. McNamara coming up with it there for Ireland. He worked it left, right. GB actually a great defensive effort, but in the end, just being worked down the field. McNamara spotted something, and it was enough.
It's been a good find for them, Aussie Mac. Aussie under-20s, Queensland Reds, Sunnybank in Brisbane. He has Irish heritage, got picked up through the IQ program. He's been a good addition.
Hold on.
What an important try that is. Okay, we've got 4:30 to go, 4.5 minutes that could well decide the Olympic chances, the automatic Olympic chances of Ireland. Need a win here.
Time on.
Every game this season, it seems everything's got something on it. Series title, Olympics relegation battle, just jeopardy across the board.
And how do you sit with that in your head as a player? It's noise, and you've got to find a way of blocking it out so you can play your best rugby. Here's a guy's playing some decent rugby.
Yeah, came up with a winner in their opening game this morning against Japan up in Bavandra. Ferguson. Morgan Williams.
Play on.
Now that ball's loose. Tom Roach is onto it, but then Ethan Waddleson just snatched it
no,
right back. Roddick.
It was backwards.
Heavy tackle on him. That
Play on,
ball's
he was
out.
inside.
Tom Roach
Leave it.
plays on.
No,
Referee says
12.
that's fine. Ferguson, lots of changes of possession here. He dinks it up off the deck to Roddick. There's Niall Comerford with the tackle. So Great Britain with 3:30 to go with the ball. At their own end of the field, here's Femi Sofalarin. He's got pace. Mark Roach takes care of his man. Waddleton. Ferguson. Roddick had the opportunity to give it to Morgan Williams, decides to hold on. Morgan Williams has seen a little bit of space around the breakdown, can't afford to get isolated. They just managed to reload it. Great Britain. Here's Sofalarin. Now a bit of space for Femi Sofalarin. Big left foot step. Jordan Cornroy says not fooling for that. Gets the ball away in contact. Roddick now! Freddie Roddick! Cute Freddie under the sticks. Puts Great Britain in front.
Both these teams just throwing punches, wearing their opposite team down. Great bit of work from Femi Sofalarin there, getting it away. Freddie, great ID from him. He was up against McNulty, he'd got through a lot of work. Probably had the wheels on him, he thought, I'll take him on. Cute Freddie, doesn't mind taking on himself.
You did tell me that.
I don't know if I did, but it'll stick now.
There he goes, adds the extra couple, cute or not. That is a brilliant piece of play from Freddie Roddick. 14-7, 2 to go. There you go. They're head or level at half-time in all 6 games in Hong Kong, but only 3 wins. Still finished 4th, mind. That's been overcooked, so that's an error from the Great Britain captain. So Ireland now, with 1:40 to go, have a chance. These moments in rugby sevens, how important are they? This one's big.
We'll do a scrum after.
In terms of things sitting in your head, we talked about the noise, the narratives. Last week, GB were in some close ones, and their ability to come through on the right side of them, something they will have talked about this week.
Changes, Mark Roach heads to the sideline. Hugo Lennox out there in number 9. Andrew Smith back on the field as well. Lennox, there he is, he's in a conversation.
Time on. Close.
Good player, Hugo Lennox.
Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Square. Give him space. Set!
That's Che Mullins. Ball's loose though. Now Mullins is just going to pick it up and charge ahead. Oh, that was a big bump on the great British defender Morgan Williams, and here they go now. Bit of space for Ireland. They need 7 points here, and Lennox off the bench might have found a way through. They knock it forward. GB come away.
No advantage under pressure.
Wow, what a bit of action.
Well, no advantage under pressure. Pressure's the word, isn't it?
Scrum, red.
The pressure on Ireland to make something happen.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll do the scrum.
Oh, it's a physical game the boys are playing.
Let's go. Mark is here.
It was Lennox with his fresh legs. Almost went round Sofalar and just clinging onto his coattails.
Mark is here, so be on my mark first.
He can't hold it.
He's on
Visions
my
of
mark.
GB going the length there, but they'll launch one from this scrum.
Control the clock.
Probably be the last play.
Yeah,
Set.
They can just manage time here. Ahead by a converted try. Ferguson been in this situation many times. They got a free kick.
Early foot, Green.
That is what you want. Those are horrible, those moments when you're putting the ball into the scrum because you might have to do one carry.
Let's go.
Have one ruck, that's a chance to turn over the ball. And this, here we go.
Applause from Sean Lamont on the sideline. Great Britain had their second win of the day. Ireland struggling in Singapore. 14-7. GB over Ireland.